Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Rockwood 885 concealed edge pole. Here's what it looks like. This is shown in the US 10B or 613 oil rubbed bronze finish. Very nice fit and finish on this Rockwood item, as is, I'm going to say, synonymous with the word Rockwood. I never have a problem with their fit and finish quality. This 885 is a concealed edge pole, and it is used in door applications in two different ways. And there's a link below this video to the, let's see, it's called the installation template, and it's going to show a sliding door application on the first page, and then it's going to show a swinging door application on the second page. The sliding door application is very straightforward. You know, you're going to mortise this per the diagram, flush into the face of the door so that the outside prep is completely flush. Okay, and this piece of hardware, all you're going to see really on the face of the door is literally just this face. Okay, when this door would go back into its pocket, you'd be able to hit this little trigger that's up here, lift up the pull, and be able to pull your door completely out of the pocket. Or more commonly, and how I've seen this installed more recently, is in swinging door applications. So there will be an instance where a client has their doors hung on offset pivots or hinges, and they don't want to have any door hardware sticking off the face of the door or keeping it to a minimum. And let's say that there will be a roller latch installed, of course, of which Rockwood is a full-line provider of that material as well. And they'll mortise this to the edge of the door such that this body is flush. And then all you do to pull that door out is, again, just lift that trigger and you pull your door right out and open. Gravity forces that pull the seat back down where it was. Real nice quality item. Dimensionally, the installation template shows everything important about it, but let's just 4 1/4, let's just go over it real quick. 4 1/4 overall height, 1 inch overall width. The projection of that trigger is 1/4 inch. What do they call it? They don't. Okay. The thickness looks like it's about 3/8. Let's take a look. Yeah, I'd say 3/8. If I was doing this, I'd want to do these with a router. Really important. 3/8, yeah, 3/8 deep is what they're saying. I would want to do this with a router. This is for sure going to be a situation where you will see the quality of the carpentry or the workmanship that goes into mortising the door. I would make a template if I was going to do, it would depend. If it was a real important installation, and if I was even doing one, I would create a template for doing this, because a router, the quality of the cut cannot be matched. I would create a template, I would secure that down to the door with clamps, and I would use my router to do that preparation, and then square the corners out by hand very carefully with a very sharp, good quality chisel. And certainly if you're going to do more than one, just create yourself a template. You could make it out of a piece of wood. You know, I don't make a living as an installer, but I've mortised for these many times with a router and by hand, and I can tell you that by hand is not the preferred method, in my opinion. You would basically get yourself a piece of wood. Thickness is somewhat unimportant. You'll have to correlate the thickness of the piece of wood to the router bit guide that that's going to come out of the bottom of your base. You're going to want to make sure that you've got enough room to get your router onto the face of the door with nothing touching the door. All right. You know, 3/4 inch thick, maybe, depends on your router guide. You know, get that and be able to do your preparation. So you're going to cut a notch, you know, a rectangular notch in your guide. You'll be able to clamp that down to the door, and the quality of your end result is going to be great. The only thing I'd like to say that may be not included in the installation instructions is a dimension from the top of the door to the center line, or the bottom of the door or the floor to the center line. Before you go cutting these, don't make up a dimension from the top or bottom of the door or the floor. Look around the rest of the space. Make sure that you're matching the heights of other door locks. You don't want to have all your stuff at a nice 40 and 5/16 off the floor to the center line, or 43 and 9/16 top of the door to the center line if it's a typical 7-foot door. And then do these at 36" from the bottom of the door. You're gonna, or if you have a hallway, you're gonna want to make sure that all this stuff lines up real well. So look around first before you go cutting stuff. This is not handicap compliant, so you wouldn't be restricted by any sort of handicap dimensions in terms of where to mount it off the floor. But take a look around. The link to the product brochure shows some sister products that Rockwood has in relationship to this. Typical material. Available in several different finishes in the website. Not several, 3 is the bottom line. 613 is not uncommon. 626 is by far much more common. Real good quality piece of hardware by Rockwood. About 4/10 of a pound, just this one item. Actually more than that. Almost a half of a pound this item weighs. Screws and a complementary finish are included. Very small, like number 6 by 1.25 inches, maybe, flathead wood screws. Okay. Real good quality product by Rockwood. A full-line manufacturer of trim and auxiliary hardware, everything A to Z, really. And again, if it's Rockwood, it's, in my opinion, it's a name synonymous with quality and good fit and finish. If you have any questions on the Rockwood 885 concealed edge pole or any other Rockwood product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.